Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Sabine Says. I am your host, Sabine Gideon. I serve as an executive coach to women and to emerging leaders. And I just wanted to come on real quick to provide some encouragement, especially during this time of the year. And based on some conversations that I had recently, I thought that this would be a timely reminder and a timely bit of encouragement for you all. So the premise of this is me thinking back to a couple years ago, back in 2019, when I was experiencing a low moment in life. And, at that time, I felt, really defeated. I felt out of control. I felt like things around me were not going the way I had planned or even envisioned. And I found myself in this place of having this temper tantrum, really an adult temper tantrum. And I remember, crying out to God, like, what's going on here? Like, this looks nothing like what you promised me or what you showed me or the vision that I had. And the response that came back was that there's a difference between reality versus truth, or there's a difference between reality versus the truth. And so in that moment, I didn't really understand, but I leaned into it to understand a little bit more. Well, what does that mean? And what came back to me was that, the reality that I was experiencing in that moment, that was temporary. It was a test that I was experiencing. However, the truth was that I was called to entrepreneurship. The truth was that this was part of my purpose. The truth was that, I was created to make an impact on this world. The truth was that I was making an impact on this world. And so as I opened my mind in that moment, as I stepped away from my pity party and my adult temper tantrum to really become more aware of the truth of who I was, what I had been called to do, my gifts and my talents. The situation didn't change immediately. I'd be lying if I told you that. My reality remained the way that it was for some time, but what shifted and what changed was me. Once I was able to anchor myself in the truth of who I was, what I had been called to do, the purpose on my life, it allowed me to walk through that season of testing, not being defeated. Even though I felt defeated at first, I wasn't defeated through that process because I had something stronger, something bigger anchoring me. And so I share that to share with you today that, especially during this time of the year, everyone's trying to wrap up. It's chaos. It's chaos this time of the year for so many different reasons. And as leaders of our homes, of our businesses, of our, within our organizations, there's just a lot going on. And there's going to be a lot demanded of us. And we may feel out of control, or we may feel that, it's year end and we haven't gotten the results that we wanted, or things aren't looking the way that we had expected them to look. I share this as encouragement to understand that whatever this is for you, it's temporary. It's just a season that you're walking through, and you will be able to walk through it in greater strength and greater understanding if you can anchor yourself in the truth. Why did you start this? What impact are you making? How is this tied to your purpose? Remind yourself of who you are, what you bring to the table, the value that you add, being you, using the gifts and the talents that you have, and you will get through this season. So that is my reminder. That is my encouragement to you today, that your reality right now, it's temporary. It's either just a test, it's a trial, a tribulation, whatever it is. And while it may feel like it's the end of the world, it's not, and you will get through it. But to help you get through it even stronger, remember your truth. Remember the truth of who you are, the truth of why you started down this path, whatever path that you're on, and the vision that you saw for yourself and this particular project or whatever it is that you're working on that may be a little bit chaotic right now. That's all that I have for you today. Hopefully that was helpful. Be sure to follow the hashtag Sabine Says so that you can get updates when I post new videos. And feel free to share in the comments any ahas, any feedback, or any moments of revelation through this. I will see you next time. Thank you and have a great rest of the week.